check, check.
You can be a mason, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle beneath your skin. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy. Falling for the fear and then some disappearing. Bow down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your brave is. Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth? Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, CSL Toronto. Good morning. Namaste. Good morning to everyone online. We are here in a field of consciousness. It is a field of consciousness that we must place our faith in. It is a field of consciousness that is love, peace, grace, joy, wonder, delight. We are spiritual beings. We are living in a spiritual universe. We are governed by the law of cause and effect. We have this incredible power within us. This power is in our minds. This power is in our minds to know that by changing our thoughts, by changing and shifting our beliefs, we can shift and change our experience to life that is always happening. There is a creative process that is happening in each and every moment. There is a birth, there is a growth, and then there is a destruction. And then there is new birth and new growth. And every time this creative process moves through its cycle, we must place our faith in the knowing that there is a universal presence that is always nudging us to evolve our minds to a higher and higher and higher level until there is complete peace on earth. Our hearts are open and we are in this relationship with the divine presence, always with knowing it, embodying it, and taking action from it. Love and blessings to you all for being here today. We are together as a community to step into the right and perfect action of love only, with our open, compassionate hearts and remembering who we are. And so it is.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock ticking. I think of you, caught up in circles. Confusion is nothing new. Flashback to warm nights, almost left behind. Suitcase, a memory. Time after sometimes you picture me. I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me. I can't hear what you say, and you say, go slow. I fall behind. The second-hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Oh, time after time. After my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after
Thank you, Aaron D'Souza and the band. So, did you notice I switched things up a little? Just a little. The band's like, what are we doing? Oh, good morning again. So, I have some announcements for you. Yes. So, first of all, if you haven't noticed, our storefront is changing. Yes, it is changing. We do have an Instagram account called Live Well, CSLTO. And that is what we are calling our store. Live Well. Live Well. Because that's what we're all about, isn't it? Yes. So, you will notice all of our products are going to be Canadian, preferably somewhat locally made, all natural, everything to nourish your mind, body, and soul. So you can check us out. We will have a grand opening for our store on Sunday, November 5th. Now, our online daily gratitude meditations that is being presented by our amazing practitioners, and I'm going to ask all of our spiritual practitioners to please stand up so you know who they are. Yes, thank you. They are presenting a meditation series on Facebook. So go to our Facebook page, Center for Spiritual Living Toronto, and you can get a daily meditation. Also, Carol gave me this great button. It says, make my day, ask me to pray. Make my day, ask me to pray. So you can take advantage of that today after service with Carrie Garnier. Because that's what our practitioners do. That's what we do here at the center to really change our minds, to shift those limiting beliefs, to eradicate those limiting beliefs, and to know the spiritual truth that we are love and we are one. And we are truly divine, and we have this power and presence within us to create our lives. So, all right. Other things. Upstairs today at 1 p.m. is a workshop, Aromatherapy for Children. It is free to attend, so you can head upstairs at 1 o'clock if you like. Now, next week is a potluck luncheon after service, so please bring a dish to share. And the other thing I'm asking you to do is to bring a decorated, carved pumpkin. And we're going to display them all. Yeah. And I know that Brian is going to bring one, and Brendan is going to bring one, and Rustin is going to bring one, and Carrie is going to bring one, and Tony's going to bring one. I'm going to bring one. Do we have any more takers right now? Come on, put your hand up. And I know that Jackie will bring one, and Carol will bring one, and Judy, and Jim's going to bring one too. Because we're going to just get in the Halloween spirit here. We now also have on Wednesdays, our meditation is from 6 to 6:45, and then at 7 o'clock, Aidan Farrell is offering a Sing Your Soul circle, Sing from Your Soul. And she is a brilliant, talented musician. You've heard her here on Sundays. Doesn't matter if you can sing or not, because I can't sing and I'm attending. So I'll see you on Wednesday night. It's $20 for the class. And then my Soul of Money class will be starting on Monday, November the 6th. Oh, I forgot to tell you to do a sign-up sheet for that there, Susan. Go see Susan after class. She'll take your name and email. And there'll be sign-up on the website for that as well. November 7th is our Paint Night Out extravaganza with Jane Roos, where you get to create your masterpiece. And then we have Guess Who's Coming to Dinner Do you know what Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is? Yes? Yes? No? I hear some no's. I'll tell you. So guess who's coming to dinner? We are going to have some people who will sign up to host dinner. And then we will have people who will buy tickets, $35 to go to somebody's house for dinner. But here's the thing. You're not going to know where you're going until that day. And the hosts are not going to know who's showing up until they get a knock on the door. And they open the door, and it's like, surprise, I'm having dinner at your house. It is so much fun. I love fun things. So it's a great thing. You can sign up for that as well. You can sign up to be a host, where you do get a little bit of money back from the ticket price to help cover the cost of your dinner. And then if you just want to go and show up at somebody's house for dinner, you can sign up, and that tickets are $35. Doesn't that sound like fun? Yes. November 24th, Friday, November 24th. It's a Friday night, so it's a great way to start your weekend. You will feel amazing on Saturday because you'll have met so many great people and made new friendships. Lots of fun. So, that's it for announcements. Yay! What I would like you to do is turn to your neighbor. Just turn to your neighbor and say hello. And then I'm going to invite you all to stand up, and we are going to sing One Big Family, and the lyrics are in your program.
Okay. Ready? Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet.
right. I have the honor of inviting up to the lectern here our practitioner of the day, our newly licensed practitioner, woohoo, woohoo, Carol Calder. So come on up, Carol.
Thank you.
Just lift out.
Welcome to everybody who is present here and to anyone who is joining us online. I am so excited to be able to speak to you this morning. And I'd like to start off a little bit differently. I would like to invite everybody on the count of 3 to shout out a positive, enthusiastic yes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Wow, that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So my point is, in life, we often say yes to things, but we don't really know why. Sometimes it's our intuition speaking to us. Sometimes we just want to change. But the point is, there is a lot of power in that 4-letter word. It is a change agent, and it opens us up to unlimited possibilities and the everyday miracles of life. So late last spring, when Jackie Van Mels and myself, Jackie, my dear friend and fellow practitioner, we decided that we would say yes to an adventure. At newly licensed practitioners, we received notification of the CSL practitioners' annual retreat. We really didn't know very much about it, except that it was going to be held this October, and it would be in Las Vegas. And so we thought, why not? Let's go. And that's how it all began. But we decided, as well as going to the conference, we should go on our own spiritual journey through Southern California. Again, we had no expectations, but we set our intention that no matter what, everything would unfold with divine perfection. And it did. It did. We had the privilege of hearing Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith at Agape. We went to Sunday service at Westlake with Reverend James Mellon and our own Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I know, it was a highlight. And we had the opportunity to visit the sacred gardens of Yogananda Paramahansan. And we chanted to the rejuvenating sound of a gong at a local yoga studio. We did all of this and so much more. And you have to realize each event was magical in and of itself. But we also know that through life's journey, it is often the journey itself and not just the destination that brings light and incitement, inspiration to us. And so when I started having spiritual reminders as I was driving down the I-405, it seemed okay. Now, if the I-405 is not familiar to you, it is the major north-south artery that runs through California, and through Los Angeles. It was our primary route. But I had 3 great reminders. So the first reminder is fear is lack of faith. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a pretty confident driver, but when the plane hit the tarmac at LAX, my inner voice started to chat. Oh my God, what were you thinking? This city is far too big, far too busy, far too fast. I can't do this. But Ernest Holmes is very clear when he says, life is a mirror and it reflects back to the thinker, what he thinks into it. So I knew right away I had to move to a consciousness of trust. And so you can only imagine my delight as I descended onto the I-405 and stretched out in front of me were thousands and thousands and thousands of cars. No, it's all good. There were so many cars. They were traveling along at a snail's pace. Could I merge? Absolutely. Could I keep up with the flow? You bet. That was my first reminder. My second reminder is that when we listen to our intuition, life is good. So when we listen to the still small voice within, which in this case was my friend Jackie and Lady Garmin, our GPS, life flows easily and effortlessly. When I listened to their clear, articulate, accurate comments, we got where we wanted to go. But I have to admit, every once in a while, I thought I knew better. Those are the days we got lost. So that's reminder number 2. And reminder number 3 is we're all in this together. I had commented to Reverend Jonathan how surprised I was that the drivers in Los Angeles were so polite, so courteous, and so quiet. They never honked. Well, maybe once, but they really don't honk. And his response was, it's because they understand that they're all in it together. And if they don't work together with cooperation and respect, nobody's going anywhere. Is that not the basis of our philosophy? Unity. We are all one. There is no separation. So, Jackie and I had this absolutely marvelous holiday. Everything turned out with perfection. We went every place we wanted to. We participated in the conference, and we drove over 1,000 miles in the car. It absolutely became an integral part of the experience. And so in closing, I just want to remind us all the importance of saying yes. Yes to change, yes to experience, yes to new ideas and activities. And when we say yes to life, life says yes to us. Thank you. And so, I have an affirmation for everyone. I will say it first, and then I will ask you to repeat it twice with me. So my affirmation is, my affirmation is when we say yes to life, everyday miracles manifest with ease. Thank you. Unfold with ease. Okay, let's try that one more time on my part. Okay, so my affirmation today is when we say yes to life, everyday miracles unfold with ease. So if you would say it with me, when we say yes to life, everyday miracles unfold with ease. And one last time, when we say yes to life, everyday miracles unfold with ease. Thank you. Okay, so let's just take a deep breath and relax into the moment and know that there is only ever one thing, and that is eternal love, everlasting life. It is the creator of everything and everyone. It flies on the wings of an eagle. It rises with the morning sun, and it beats within the heart of our soul. And we are part of this magnificent being. We are perfect, complete, and whole. And recognizing the one power, the one presence, that is all there is. And standing consciousness of unity, let us say yes to life. Yet let us say yes to joy, to peace, to harmony in this moment and the next. As we open our minds, our hearts, and our souls to the miracles of life. Let us stand in our faith and express our true potential. We are magnificent. And I am so grateful for knowing the reality of this truth, for knowing the power of yes, and for seeing everyday miracles all around us. And as I release these words to the law of mind, I do so with confidence and knowing it is done, it is complete, it is perfect. I release, I let go, I get out of the way. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
Thanks, Carol. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. That's okay. Oh, yeah, you can take that back. Okay, we have an Aaron D'Souza original.
This song is called Jump in the Water. There was a bit of a typo on the program. It said mirror. I mean...
No, I fixed it.
Okay.
I fixed
Great.
it.
Never mind.
Never mind. So you can find this song on my record, which is available on iTunes and Spotify. Helen's just showing it to you right now.
Go.
And it's also available in the bookstore for $15. So yeah, let me know if you want to buy a copy. And with this song, it's gonna make you dance. So here we go. Jump in the water, be brave. Act like a fool, it's okay. Live in the moment, hey, hey. Life can knock you for a loop, can make you feel confused, but it isn't all that bad. Don't miss out on something great. There's nothing in your way. Go ahead and don't look back. Jump in the water, be brave. Act like a fool, it's okay. Live in the moment, hey, hey. Jump in the water, be brave. Love can make you go insane, can make you feel afraid, but it's always worth the risk. Hey, no mind to fear and doubt, they'll only bring you down. Don't give up and quit. Jump in the water, be brave. Act like a fool, it's okay. Live in the moment, hey, hey. Jump in the water, be brave. Jump in the water, be brave. Act like a fool, it's okay. Live in the moment, hey, hey. Jump in the water, be brave. Let's go, Carrie. Be brave.
Be brave.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Jump in the water, be brave. Your turn now. Be brave.
Be brave.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Very good. Jump in the water, be brave. One more time. Be brave.
be brave.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
All right. Jump in the water, be brave. Jump in the water, be brave. Act like a fool, it's okay. Live in the moment, hey, hey. Jump in the water, be brave. Jump in the water, be brave, be brave. Act like a fool, it's okay, it's okay. Live in the moment, hey, hey. Jump in the water, be brave. Thank you.
Okay, I'll just get myself back together after dancing, catch my breath, come to service, get aerobic workout. Mind, body, and soul. Hey. Hey, hey. Oh. Well, I actually wanted to start out this morning with a shout out to the Science of Mind magazine. The poster is actually on the wall. We have this wall now, in case you haven't known, where all of our workshops and posters are going to be out in the fellowship area. Okay, I'm catching my breath. Obviously, you need more aerobic workout. So anyways, Jane Goodall is on the cover of the December issue. And she's known across the world, across the globe. And Dr. Jane Goodall represents that actually which is best in us. A commitment to all life. A determined approach to environmental protection. A rigorous adherence to science. Well, we are a scientific philosophy in advancing all people. That is so aligned with what we teach here in terms of there is a scientific process to changing our own minds and creating a different effect in the world. But above all is her devotion to the concept of hope. And we actually don't talk about hope that much in this philosophy, but this is really good. One reason, she says, one reason for hope is that the people of the world are uniting everywhere to speak out strongly and for the most part peacefully for life, for the finishing of war, for peace, for an understanding that there is a oneness amongst all life. And we need more people to step up to that. And we must remember that our thoughts, our voices, our actions can make a difference every day. Every day. And there is a lot going on in the world. And I know I've said this before, but the other week I received an email. We receive emails from Dr. Ken Gordon, who is the spiritual director of the Centers for Spiritual Living. And it was another email about now praying for the fires in California. And I have to admit, there was a part of me that went, stop it. Stop it. What else can there be that's going to go on in the world? Like, what is the email going to be for next week and the week after and the week after that and the week after that? Which is a really human way of dealing with stuff, because we can end up being in compassion fatigue. And we live in these times that, there's the global warming, there's the political climate, everything is moving faster and faster and faster. And at the same time, all spiritual communities are seeing their members shrink. All spiritual communities. And why is that? In a time when we need community more than ever, a time when we need to work together, a time when we need to support each other, across all dominations, the communities are shrinking. So what is it? Lack of belief? I don't think so. But maybe there's fear, too much fear. Maybe they don't believe that God is really there for them, so they're turning their backs. Maybe they believe that God isn't doing its job. Hey. But, we teach in this philosophy that to every thought, every belief we have, there is an effect in the world. So we really should be coming together, and we should be growing in numbers, because we can't do it alone. We cannot do this alone. And I really feel like the compassion fatigue is kind of eroding away at people. And it's like, I'll just stay in bed and watch Netflix. It's easier. So, for some. But when we come together and we speak and we think and we change our beliefs and we step back out into our lives in that action from love, we have to remember, we have to place our faith in the fact that we are changing the world by doing that. And that's what I had to come to in my own mind. It's like, okay, bring it on. What else do I need to pray for? Not stop. What else? Because I do know the truth. And I talked about this a little bit in the beginning in the invocation. The creative process is always happening. There is always a birth, a growth, and then a destruction, so that something new can be born. Can we place our faith that in the destruction that we see, there is something new emerging? We just don't see it yet. And yet faith is, the belief in things unseen that haven't yet come into our reality, that we haven't seen yet. And so it's really important that we build our spiritual muscle. The title of my talk today, Building Our Spiritual Muscle, because it can get lazy. My spiritual muscle can get lazy. Your spiritual muscle can get lazy. It's just like going to the gym and doing my body muscle can get very lazy. So we need to take care of ourselves first. We need to step into extreme self-care, caring for our bodies, caring for ourselves emotionally, really caring for our hearts, being tender and gentle and loving with ourselves instead of beating ourselves up. So, and this is going to be a directive for you this week. Every time you go to beat yourself up in your mind, I want you to stop, put your hands on your heart, breathe, bless you, and bless you with your hands on your heart. But actually do that. Bless yourself and say, it's okay. It's okay. Because out of a sense of compassion, when we move towards compassion and that mindful empathy for ourselves, then we can stay in that healing energy and sustain that energy in our own minds. Because out of self-compassion, we can also be with ourselves in joy and sorrow as an equal, as one with spirit in this high consciousness, regardless of what's going on out there. But we have to remember to do that again, again, and again. And that's what I had to do with myself. Like I got, oh no, not another email. And it's like, that's okay. Oh, stop. So, and it's okay that I feel that sometimes, because I'm human, as we all are. We're having this human experience. And go, okay, it's all right. I am placing my faith in the substance of things yet unseen, because there is a substance, an energy, a creative power that's bigger than all of us, that is going to birth something new, something that's beautiful, because the light pushes out the darkness. We just don't know what it is. So when we can't hold on to it and know it and name it, we go into fear. Go back into your mind, go into faith. Yes, the light is stronger than any darkness. And this is part of our own spiritual growth and that inner realization that it's always there. We just sometimes don't always see the results of it in the way that we'd like to. I want to read a quote on compassion from Pema Chodron. Compassion is not the relationship between the healer and the wounded. It's the relationship between equals. Only when we know our own darkness well can we be present with the darkness of others. Compassion becomes real when we recognize our own shared humanity. And so for us to recognize this, because true compassion contains wisdom, we become more intelligent, we become more conscious, and we know what is ours to do. We know what that right and perfect action is for each one of us to take. And it's from this perspective that compassion fatigue is lessened, because we're all in this together. And we all can come together in a higher vibration of consciousness to say, okay, this is going on. Yep, and there's something else going on too. And that is the light, that unseen substance of the creative process that is going to birth something new. I just don't know when it is. And so this is where we can expand our own minds and really build that mental muscle so we don't get so broken down. None of us can cope with this all alone. There's no way. There's no way. And you know, the great thing is actually because of telecommunications and social media, we don't have to. We don't have to. There were so many incredible videos, you know, the Me Too videos, the We Too videos that were coming out about just how women and men were standing up to harassment, and there's beautiful inspirational words and poems and quotes being posted everywhere, which we, you know, when we focus our attention on that, what's going to expand? More of that. And we bring that in, and we bring that into our conscious mind, which actually then, the more we see it, the more we experience it, it goes into our subconscious mind, and we know it. We know it. And then we start to see it out in the world of form. So this is where self-care of our own minds is so valuable and so important. It's good for you. It is good for you. So when you commit to that total self-care, you allow the best of you then to show up and be seen and be present to what's happening, and yet know you only need to do what is yours to do. You only need to do what is yours to do. We can't fix everybody else, but we can contribute by being in that active energy of compassion. Because compassion is that active desire to alleviate the pain and remove the cause of suffering. So let's do it by being really gentle and loving and kind to ourselves first. So then we can show up and be that for other people and be an example of that in the world. So I think there's something really important about understanding that destruction is part of creation and that nothing is in its final form. This isn't it. This this place, isn't it? This center is evolving and changing, and will continue to evolve and change, especially because I really like changing things up. And I really like throwing things at the band and saying, no, we're doing it this way today. Or at the practitioners or the volunteers. But it's like, let's change. Let's keep going with the change. Let's keep evolving instead of holding on to something that is going to change anyways. It is going to change anyways. So this is where we exercise our mental muscle. And if I can offer 3 things for you. 1, surrender. Surrender. It's like, really? Yeah, life is going to unfold anyways. So let's surrender. Trust. Trust that wise, still, beautiful voice of love inside you. Trust it. When it says, move this way, but everybody else is moving that way, move this way anyways. Because that is for you. That is yours to do, your right and perfect action. When you listen, it will serve you. And remember that every difficulty, every problem that we see, every obstacle, there is a solution. There is a solution. But we can't come to the solution out of fear, because then we'll just create more obstacles. We must be in that place of love. And then allow Spirit to bring us the right and perfect solution. And so this week, again, I'm going to say to you, every time your voice starts to beat yourself up, give to yourself. We're still in the month of giving and receiving. So give to yourself this week. Be kind, loving, and gentle with yourself. And let your Spirit lead the way. Let your mind go to that place of faith. There is something else happening here. There is a destruction and a new creation happening. And what that new creation is, I don't know. But I'm going to surrender in and hold my faith that the light is pushing out the darkness. Namaste. And so, we are, I'm going to ask you just to take what you have to offer to the center and hold it in your hands. Bless it with that beautiful, beautiful energy. Oh, this is the giving part. You did the receiving part. This is the giving part. Oh, giving, receiving, giving, all part of the same side of the coin there. And as the baskets go around, we are singing Ricky Byers' Beckwith song, I Release and I Let Go. So I invite you to stand up.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of the good Lord was sufficient. I didn't know the love of the good Lord was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. And I don't mean from Frozen, okay? You just gotta let it go. And this is what you gotta say. I'll release Yes, I'm only here for good. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for good. I release, I let go. I let the spirit run my life. And my heart, it's open wide. Yes, I'm only here for good. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I can see the light. I am free in the spirit. I release and I let go.
So as we offer our gifts, our financial support to this loving, magnificent spiritual center, let us all remember that we are one of God, infinite, eternal, and abundant. And that this money, these gifts, are all part of the law of circulation. As we give, we receive. And as we donate these funds to the center, we allow it to grow and to expand. And the center, in return, gives it back to the community and to the universe, allowing it to grow and to expand. I am grateful for knowing the truth of this reality, for being present here today at the center, and for each and every one of you who has joined us. And I release my word to the law of mind, knowing it is perfect, it is complete, it is whole. I release, I let go, I get out of the way, and together we say, and so it is.
Here we go. I release and I let go. I let my spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for good. Oh, no more struggle, no more strife. 'Cause with my faith, I see the light. 'Cause I am free in the spirit. Yes, I'm only here for good. You know that I am only here for good. Yes, I'm only here for good. Thank you.
All righty. We have a few thank yous. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank everyone online for joining us, whether you are joining us live on Facebook today or in the archives. I would also like to say thank you to Aaron D'Souza
Thank you.
and the band, Ashen, Julian, Rustin, Brian, and Carrie. Woo! Thank you, thank you. Our board members today, Marge and Linda, thank you so much. Our greeters, Linda and Kim. Kim, thanks for joining the team. Great to have you. In our bookstore is Margaret Ann today. Tony, wherever you are. Tony, thank you for setting up. And after service cleanup is Lori, thank you. We have Tom on our sound. Thanks so much, Tom. Jim on our camera. Jackie, thank you for doing meditation this morning. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, Carol Calder, for your wonderful, wonderful words from your trip. Thank you. And our community practitioner, because she's going to wear this button. She's wearing the button today. Make my day. Ask me to pray. She is our community practitioner. So go see Carrie if you have anything. Like even if it's just a little tiny niggly, like let it go. Let it go. Go see Carrie. She will know the truth for you. And thank you to all of you. Thank you. So appreciate you. When I'm away, working, it's like, oh, I miss my community. I love it here, and I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to our board of trustees who just are really holding it together and supporting all the changes, and our practitioners that are supporting all the changes, and the band that supports all the changes. Thank you for supporting all the changes. I appreciate you, and I love you. And we are going to finish off the day with I'm Coming Out.